So, if you've spent any time online lately, you've seen it everywhere. Promises about getting rich with AI. But then you actually try to start and you just hit this wall of confusing tech. So, how much of it is real? Well, in this explainer, we're going to cut right through the hype and look at 3 tangible digital products you can actually start building today with no coding required.
Man, this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? You see those promises, you get that jolt of motivation and think, yeah, I can do that. But then you try it and it's crickets. You just hit a brick wall. The tools are way too complicated and that dream just kind of fades. You're left wondering, where do I even start?
It really does feel like a gold rush, right? You see a post, you get this amazing idea to build the next big thing, but that excitement just vanishes the second you're faced with some complex platform. And suddenly, that simple idea feels completely out of reach.
And this right here is the heart of the problem. You're told you can build literally anything, but then you find out you need to know how to code, or how to design, or how to write these super complex prompts. For most of us, that's where the journey ends before it even gets going.
But what if the problem isn't our ideas? What if the problem is the tools themselves? The source material for this explainer points to a really fundamental shift, moving from an AI that just assists you to an AI like the one we're looking at called Tresolo that actually executes for you. It does all the heavy lifting itself. This here visualizes that shift perfectly. See, most AI tools are assistants. They'll help you write a bit of code or brainstorm some ideas. But an executor AI, that's different. It takes your command and does the entire job. It's kind of like the difference between getting driving directions and just telling your chauffeur where you want to go.
Okay, so let's get practical. Let's look at our very first product. Instant websites. I mean it. Forget learning HTML or fighting with design tools. We're talking about generating a fully functional, professional-looking website from just a single sentence. This is a huge first step, a high-value service with almost no effort.
The process is almost ridiculously simple. You're not dragging and dropping, you're not tweaking templates. You just state your goal, you give it a command, and the AI executes. It writes the code, it designs the layout, it builds the entire structure. It's like having a whole development team on call, ready to go at a moment's notice. And here's where it gets really interesting. A professional website that could cost a client thousands of rupees and take a developer a week to build, you can now generate in just minutes. The opportunity to monetize this is massive, and it's immediate.
Now, building a whole website is powerful, for sure. But you can get even more focused. Our second product idea is what's called a micro tool. A simple, elegant solution that solves one very specific problem for a very specific audience. This is all about zeroing in on a targeted need.
Think about it. We've all been there, right? The simple frustration of trying to write a clever Instagram bio. Well, this tool solves exactly that. A user just enters their name, a few of their interests, and boom, the AI generates a bunch of creative bios for them. It's simple, it's immediately useful, and it solves a problem everyone gets.
And again, the creation process is just as easy. You just command the AI to build the tool. And it doesn't just write code, you know? It actually researches what's needed, it builds a user interface with the input fields and the generate button, the whole thing. You get a fully working product, all from just a single command.
So let's talk about the money again. A custom micro tool like this is a perfect gig for freelance platforms like Fiverr. You can build these on demand for clients, potentially earning anywhere from 2,000 to 5,000 rupees for a tool that took you minutes to create. It's incredible.
So, you've built one successful micro tool. That's fantastic. But now, how do you scale that up from a single product into a real business? Well, that brings us right to our third idea, the tool bundle. The thinking is, instead of offering just one solution, you offer a whole toolbox.
Just imagine creating a kind of content creator's toolkit. You take that bio generator and you bundle it with a viral caption generator, a hashtag finder, maybe even a resume generator. You put them all on one site, and suddenly you have this incredibly valuable resource that you can monetize with ads or even a small subscription.
And this is where the power of multiplication really kicks in. One tool on its own might only generate a small amount of cash, but when you bundle 4 or 5 of them together, you're creating multiple small streams of income. Individually, they might be trickles, but together, they can form a real river.
Okay, we've covered 3 really powerful ways to build products, and I know it can all feel a bit like magic. But before you rush off to start building, the source material highlights one final piece of advice. And believe me, it is the most important one of all.
And there it is. This is the crucial point. The AI is just the tool. Your success isn't going to come from just building something. It comes from building the right thing. You have to step back, think logically, and do the research to find out what problems people actually need solved. Find a genuine need, and then you command the AI to build the solution.
So the barrier to entry has been completely shattered. The ability to create is no longer limited by your coding skills, it's limited by your ability to find a problem that's worth solving. We've just shown you 3 starting points, from a simple website to a full toolkit. The AI revolution is here. So the only question left is, what will you build first?